What's good? So, new all-time highs on gold. Massive big deal. Just took one of the best trades of this year by far. Took 25.05 buys, and price is currently sitting at 25.68, which means that is pretty much almost 650 pips in movement since at 11 a.m. Eastern on Thursday. So yeah, historical moment, gold at all-time highs once again. Seems to be happening quite often now. So yeah, gold is still extremely bullish, and it's been a good day. But as I want to transition into something else and start talking about what is really necessary in order to become good at day trading, basically to become good at trading. I think this can apply to a lot of online businesses or entrepreneurial endeavors, is consistency, right? The thing is about the high failure rate or low success rate, if you want to say, in trading, it's a lot of the statistics, you could say, is screwed because of people starting for a week and giving up, or starting for a few months and giving up. There's a small minority of people that get into this, to get in business in general and actually have real years skin in the game, of actual grinding and failing and making mistakes and getting better each day. That seems to be the minority in all industries, to be honest, is that most people quit before they even get to year 3, so. And that's the type of longevity mindset. If you're choosing to do something, right, that I'm assuming you want to do for a long time, 3 years is really nothing, So if you're thinking after 3 years you haven't really got to where you need to be, or even 2, or even 1, that's too short. If you think about, there we go, 25.70. I was talking. As you get more experience in what it is you're trying to do, it takes. If we're talking about real experience here, it takes years, You're not going to get everything right straight out the gate. That just is the reality of life. Not everyone's perfect. Some people do have a perfect journey that they got to their goals in less than a year or whatever. But again, those are the minority of the minority, So even if it takes you longer than that, or it doesn't really matter whether it takes you that amount of time or a long amount of time, because at the end of the day, you should be choosing, you should be doing what you actually want to do. You shouldn't just be doing it for the end result, which goes back to my last video that I just posted, is that you shouldn't just be doing things for the end result. And this is kind of ties in with what I'm saying with consistency, is that for you to develop consistency in something that you want to do, it takes you loving it more than the end result. You actually loving the process of doing what you need to do and becoming better at it. Consistency should be easy for a person that actually wants to do and get better at said thing. Now, also I want to talk about is what I've experienced with consistency, because I haven't really had a problem with it, because I always decided in my head, once I decided in my head that I was going to do this shit, that was it. The only times I really got discouraged is when I feel like I wasn't making any progress at all, even though I was remaining consistent. It just felt like I was stagnant for a long period of time and stuff like that. So I can understand that if you're in that position, it can become frustrating, but you've just got to keep on pushing and reanalyze what you're actually doing. Make sure that you're actually doing things that are proactively progressive in your journey, and you're not just wasting time and acting like you're consistent. But yeah, consistency. I know it's cliche because they all fucking say it, but yeah, you need to keep on turning up, even if you're losing repetitively over and over again. There's a reason why you're losing. There's a reason why you're losing money. There's a reason why you're not getting the correct outcome that you want. And the only way you're going to find that out and actually solve it is by experience, just turning up every single day, but trying to get better as well. So that is very important. I just want to add this at the start of the video. I think I'm going to add the trade recap after this, but yeah, I just wanted to do this little gem about consistency. But yeah, stay consistent, guys. So I just hit one of the best trades of my career, well, this year at least. Took some post CPI buys on gold from 25.05s to 25.20s. We just hit the 25.21 key level right at this current time at 2:20 EST, 2:20 a.m. EST, which is just before London session, or 30 minutes before London session open. 40 minutes, sorry. So yeah, just gonna quickly break down. Very simple buys, really. Waited until after CPI came out. Low reading at 2.5%. Wasn't crazy surprising result. It was still above the minimum expectations, so didn't expect crazy volume, but we did get the dump from the previous highs that we were setting up for CPI running into New York session. Then when the data dropped, we dumped and buyers took profit. Yeah, and we happened to tap into the 25.05s, and this just happens to be a resistance level that was respected for some time leading into September, or pretty much in September, or this month. So this has been like a key resistance level this month. And we just happened to tap into it again right after CPI. The low CPI report giving us more confirmation to continue buying. All we needed was lower time frame structure to set up, and then once London session was open, I expected it to be free range after that. I was correct this time. Price just mooned pretty much right after London session close, and we brushed past 25.20s. I think we slightly tapped into it at that point. This was like just before the daily close, really. It was a few hours before the daily close. We pulled back leading up to the daily close. By then, we started to find some support again back above 25.10s, and we continued on to the next day's sessions to make it back above 25.21's key level and actually close this time. So yeah, some clean buys. I'm happy with this trade. So yeah, this was my position. As you can see, I took profit a little bit earlier. We actually TP'd just before 25.20s because I went to sleep and I decided to like just bring my TP a little bit closer. So if something like this did happen and I ended up getting stopped out overnight, at least I have a high chance of getting TP just that little bit earlier to get out of the trade and secure the majority of the position. Because I was only realistically like 7 pips off my actual TP. But I didn't secure, like this is where I secured full. I didn't secure any partials during the trade. I literally secured full right near the TP. So that's what I wanted. I wasn't willing to like, after basically give me my TP like 2 hours after entry. I knew that there is a slight chance the price could not make it up there. And then if it does pull back, there's going to be some hours before we get more volume for us to actually push back above here. So I just simply didn't want to risk it and wait. So yeah, so I decided to be a little bit more risk adverse there. And I was worried in the fact that like it not having really any impact at all because of it being not any surprising data really. And it was actually in between our expectations.